Alright, so this is going to be my last video on this gun because I hate it. It's not even really the gun I bought anymore because I replaced so many pieces, but I just wanted to update. I used the DPMS recoil reduction spring. Seems like a good company, except it took 28 days to get it from Greece, which is apparently much further than they think it is. But anyway, I used the regular, the medium spring. It comes with 3 springs, I guess a heavy, a light, a medium. So the company recommended for my purposes, which is, just general purposes, this gold spring right here. So it goes in very easy. There's a little washer you stick in over here and jam this thing in. And anyway, I added a couple of things here. I got the hollow sun. It's probably not going to stay on this gun. Anyway, I had some gift cards. I spent it. I really am at my wit's end with this thing. I cannot stand it. The trigger's great. It's pretty accurate for me. Anyway, especially with the red dot. Trigger's good, but reliability is still the issue. I bought this for an everyday carry. I target shoot for fun, but I do want a reliable firearm to carry every day. I put the handle T grips on it. I thought that would help a little bit. Like I said, I had out of battery issues over and over again. It's not the magazines. I polished the feed ramp. I trimmed the rails. I did everything you could possibly do. Changed the striker spring, and now this is the 3rd recoil spring I have in here. So I will say 250 rounds today through this. The first 200 rounds were 115 grain, full metal jacket, cheap range ammo. It shot really good. No hiccups, no failure to feed, no I've never really had like ejection issues or anything. I would just mostly get the return to battery issue. One thing I do notice is every once in a while I get this, feels like the slide's gonna come off the rails. I don't know, it recoils too hard back. I don't know, it's weird, it's hard to explain, and I could be explaining it wrong, but it feels like the slide's gonna fly off the gun. So my last 50 rounds, I used Spear Gold Dot, 124 grain, full hollow points, because I figured that's what I'm going to carry, right? That's what I carried when I was in a police department. I have some of it left over. I have some new stuff that I bought so that I could cycle through, get rid of some of my old stuff. When I started shooting that, I got that whole slide, felt like it was coming back too hard. It didn't fail to fire, it didn't jam up, it didn't fail to eject, didn't fail to return into battery. It felt strange. It felt like the slide was gonna come off backwards at me, like it jumped. I will say, could it be my grip? Maybe, but it happened more than once. After the first time it happened, I will always take into consideration I did something wrong first before it was the machine. So, I clamped down on the grip, and a couple of rounds later, it happened again. But like I said, the gun fired all 250 rounds, no hiccups with that. So I have had, like I said, I think my first 500 rounds, I had 1 million fail to return to batteries. When I changed the striker spring, changed went to the second factory recoil spring, I did 200 rounds, no problems. I did another 200 rounds a different day, around 180, round 180, I had a problem. Then, so that was 400 rounds, one failure. So now, obviously I have to start over again to see if this thing's gonna be reliable. I got 250 with this spring. So maybe it's a case I got to play with this spring, because you could adjust it. Like I said, there's a lighter one, there's a heavier one. Maybe I got to mess with that. But as far as reliability, yeah, it was good. It does, listen, I'm not a professional. right? I was in law enforcement. I've carried a gun for a long time. That does not mean I'm a professional shooter. That just means I've been around guns. I find that it does feel like it racked smoother, during if you're dry firing and racking it. I didn't really notice a ton of reduced recoil, right? And my main goal here is reliability. The company said this should help with reliability. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I just got to go back. I got to mess with the springs a little and see which one works best for this. Listen, this was $100, so I don't know if it was worth it. Like, for what I have in this thing now, I should have just bought a more expensive gun. I'm like over 1,000 rounds into trying to get this thing to be reliable. This was an extra $100. Striker spring was, I don't know, maybe $10. That wasn't much. This, whatever, right? You can put those on any gun. You can't add that. But as far as like for reliability purposes, I put a ton of rounds through this thing, and plus this, I'm probably about $400 or $500 over the cost of the gun. I have three additional magazines, another $120. I really I could have bought a shield made out of gold, I think, maybe silver, right? And I should have just did that. When I did go to the gun store to get a new CCW, I have the old shield, the original one. I was just going to get a Shield Plus because I was also in the process of getting a Bodyguard 2.0. I wanted both. I had both of the originals, and I just wanted to do that. I saw this. I got all crazy about it because the trigger felt really nice. It does have a rail for a light. Not that I'm going to put one on there, but, options, right? It wasn't about cost, obviously. Like, I don't have a problem spending some money here, but... and I heard good things about Canik. I have a couple of Walters I like very much. Reminded me of that. So I went with this like a dummy. I will never buy another Canik again. They just came out with the one with the extended grip. I'm seeing a lot of good reviews on that. But honestly, and that would have been better. I would think I would have liked that one a little bit better than this one. But I'm telling you right now, I'll never buy a Canik again. I don't trust this thing. I would like to. I really wanted to. I hate to keep crapping on them, but I really, this thing does not make me feel confident at all. All right, so that's that. All right, be safe.